Welcome back to the Navy Sports Magazine here, the Navy Sports Network. Mid's getting set for tennis this weekend with Army, talking with Walker Sims. Your fellow mates have rallied in the star competition, and now all of a sudden, this can really mean a whole lot for the Academy coming up this week. You guys feel a little extra excitement knowing that you win a star this week? It can go a long way to helping the Mids win the overall star competition.
The InStore competition definitely feeds our energy, but we're just kind of going through our daily rituals, daily practices, bringing energy to each practice, and kind of just focusing more on what is within our control, rather than kind of the big overall InStore.
You have to look at it as just like, hey, there's a reward out there if we do our business. Is it as simple as that as you all get prepared this week?
I think the energy is undeniable, but in order to compete our best, we have to have a clear mind, and because tennis matches are long endeavors,
Yeah,
they're
sure.
2.5, 3 hours, and so in order to compete hard every point, it's best to kind of just push away those external results and focus on what we can control: our footwork, our energy.
As a tennis player, when you go through a rough game, just a rough game against someone, how hard is it to kind of regroup and try to get back on track and get focused in the course of a match?
Um, it can be difficult, especially in college tennis. Momentum swings are very real with the energy and the environment. Um, but our schedule has been built around playing a lot of matches this year, and so I think our team is confident that we're match tough, and we have our rituals that we go back. Change of game plan, mix up the game plan, in order to try to get back into the match and fight our way back.
How many times during the course of a match, you probably have an idea of what you want to do going in, but how much of it is making those adjustments on the fly within the course of a match once you start to figure out how a player's actually playing you that particular day in terms of maybe even how you've played them in the past or maybe seen how they've done in the past?
Yeah, definitely making adjustments during the match is one of the key components of mental toughness, because there's so many external factors. You got the wind, the heat, the sun, and so how that player is playing on a particular day, based on the conditions, might not be how he normally plays or how you anticipated. And teams change up their lineups as well, so you might not play the person that you anticipated going into the match. And so learning how to adapt to different circumstances has definitely been one of the great benefits of competing on the tennis team here.
No doubt that you've enjoyed success both as an athlete and as a student. I mean, you've been, multiple student athlete awards. What's been the key to that? And I know we often talk about the words time management. That's always the buzzword. But what has it been about the process that has allowed you to excel not only athletically but as a student athlete here so well at the academy?
I think bringing intensity to whatever you're doing, because you can only really accomplish one thing at a time, and so that's what the tennis court teaches you, to take it one point at a time. And that's if you bring that same intensity to the academic classroom and you focus in each class period and on each homework assignment, then just like a tennis match, the results will add up at the end.
Is there a sense, just like I'm sure as an athlete, is there a sense where you get to a frustration point and you almost have to take that deep breath sometimes academically to just kind of walk away from something for a few minutes and then maybe regroup and refocus and go back on task?
Yeah, that's definitely the case. It's easy to get in a bind, but it's the kind of same way you're going to run into roadblocks, and that's why there's a lot of resources at the academy to, go to talk to a teacher, talk through it with a teacher, something along those lines. But it's the same way. The route that you think is the right way might not be the right formula, and you might have to go down another route. And so it's just adapting to different circumstances, just like similar to a tennis match.
Yeah. How different is Walker Sims from the day he arrived here?
Um, I'd say at the core, I'm the same person. I enjoy competing, and I try to do my best at whatever I do. But I definitely have to say that I've matured a lot, especially in terms of leadership and taking an interest in helping develop other people. So I think definitely in all the different responsibilities, time management, again, balancing competing priorities. I think that's been one thing that I've improved on as well.
You guys have great facilities here, both indoor and outdoor. How much does that help in the development of your game?
It definitely helps because we know we're practicing every day, and so a lot of teams don't have that luxury, and based on the weather, and so we just have that time slot, from 3:45 to 6:15 that we know that that's tennis time, and that's time to get after it and work hard, and the military stuff and the academic stuff that can be dealt with later, but that time slot is for tennis, and so it definitely helps clear your mind.
You guys have been on a pretty good roll here lately. You got midweek matches, two of them this week. How do you, stay on that roll and make sure you're peaking going into competition this weekend?
Well, I think the mid-match against Loyola tomorrow and Coppin State, I think that helps us to get the game ready. It's just another kind of practice and mental toughness and match play right before Army. So I think that puts us on the right trajectory. We got to take care of business and take it one step at a time. So we've got a lot of energy, and so that's kind of a useful way to direct that energy.
I was going to say, is it tougher to go, say, as a player? I mean, you do it individually. Is it tougher to go a week, say, in between matches, or is it good to have this bridge to get you to Saturday to kind of keep the skills in terms of a competitive nature sharp?
I think it definitely helps to have this match tomorrow against Loyola, keep us on a competitive edge, for sure. I think we played a lot of matches this season,
Yeah,
but
no doubt.
every match gets that competitive edge a little bit better, a little bit sharper.
Now, you played two sports in high school where the individual really has to do business. How much did wrestling and tennis together help you focus as a competitor? Because in both of them, unless you're playing in a doubles match of tennis, you're out there by yourself. There's no timeouts, there's no subs or anything like that. You've got to do business. How did they help you develop individually as a competitor, especially getting through those tough times?
I think you really, I think adaptation and just knowing there's no way out. That it teaches you to deal with pressure because it's going to be all on your shoulders, and so you learn how to deal with different pressure situations and what your own mechanisms will be and how you need to prepare to be in those situations.
How neat was it to be able to share the Naval Academy experience athletically with another Memphis University guy, Norris Fox, who played on the basketball team, and to be able to see his exploits out there as well?
Well, he's obviously had a terrific athletic career here, and he and I, we went to the same high school together as well, and so we've had a good relationship over the years, and it's just we're always asking each other how we're doing, and it's been an interesting relationship for sure, and Daniel Community as well, a couple of years ahead, so it's Memphis University schools really kind of contributed.
So how much did that school help you, not only athletically but certainly academically get ready for the rigors of what you have faced here?
I think it was very good preparation. They had a very clear mission set, like the Naval Academy, to develop, and not just in one area, but as a full person. And so I think that kind of rigor in the academic classroom, and then also emphasis on moral development and physical toughness, I think that really kind of aligned with the Naval Academy mission as well.
What's on the horizon for you following graduation next month?
Well, I selected surface warfare officer, nuclear, and so I'm going to go to a destroyer down in Mayport, Florida, the DDG-82, the USS Lassen. And so I'm really excited for that opportunity, to apply what we've been training for these 4 years to real missions. So I think that's a tremendous opportunity. It's obviously the end goal of this place is to produce officers, and so it's kind of the culminating point.
I know we've had a couple of conversations through the years here doing these. Appreciate your time. Appreciate the journey. Good luck over this last month and going into graduation and what obviously lies ahead for you going forward.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
All right, Walker Sims joining us here on the Navy Sports Magazine.